Hey. Oh shit, the camera's out of fucking... Yeah, there. I'm Zack.
I'm Mike.
And we are here today to do our first ever ReDFiSt video game review. First one up is the lovely horror shooter Left 4 Dead. Let's first go over the gameplay. Do you like the gameplay first off?
Yeah, I wouldn't recommend playing it at like 2 o'clock in the morning.
No, we have made the mistake many a time. First of all, not playing with somebody online. Second of all, not playing with somebody at all, besides maybe yourself, while your friend's sleeping. And trying to kill all these zombies while it's dark out. It is, creepy. Yeah. So gameplay, solid, graphics are great. Story makes a ton of sense, actually. You know, you wouldn't normally think that in like sort of a zombie thing. You'd be like, what's going on? Looks like it makes sense. Level design's good. Just a little bit, and this is what holds me back from giving this thing like a 10 out of 10, is that the AI director, or the thing that, you know, sets up the levels and where the zombies are going to be, and, you know, variables of the game, can sometimes be unfair. Like, there have been times where if you know the game, the witches, or the sort of boss creatures in the game, sometimes end up in a safe house, by AI direction. And then it can really...
fuck you over.
Yeah, totally. Because then you're just like, shit, there's a witch.
Yeah, when your health is down, too.
And then you're like, ah! You know, she's got the claws. She needs to trim her fingernails. Because they're like... Yeah, so anyway,
Guys, so... not like her too much.
Yeah. So Left 4 Dead, out of 10, what would you give it?
8.5.
8.5? I'd give it a 9. So, that's 8.5 for Mark, 9 for Zack. Next game, now I know you've only played this game once, but Fable 2, and we're kind of biased by 360 here because we only have 360 games available. But, what do you think of the Fable 2?
I thought it sucked.
Well, that's because, you know, you didn't play much of the story mode. I played multiplayer with him. He kept trying to kill my wife and my children, but and then mess up my neighborhood to make it like the ghetto. You know, I live in this, like, nice white picket fence thing. I go off, I do quests, I come back, I have children. What does he do? He gets shit-faced and goes around slashing at people, he was farting a lot. It's another thing, you can do like emoticons, so he kept farting, pooping himself. But, yeah, no, I like the story mode because he hasn't played it. I think it's got a story that flows well with Fable 1. Gameplay's pretty good, upgrading, that type of stuff, it's alright. I'd give it a 9.5 out of 10. Total. I know he'll give it like a 6 or something, not even like a 2. So we don't even need to have his input. And then finally, Saints Row 2. Follow up Saints Row 1. What do you think of this game?
I like it.
You like it? I remember...
It's a lot better than the first one.
Yeah, because the first one, you know, there were iffy parts of it that, you know, I gave it like an 8.
It does have its glitches.
Yeah. Well, that's part of the Volition Inc., who does the game, does like to, you know, and I think it provides some sort of like an excitement, like an extra thing with the glitches.
It's funny as hell.
It is. I love putting on Never Die and like low gravity and super explosions and just driving into a gas station.
I like when people just fucking randomly seeping through the steps and
all
you can see is the top of their heads.
And I just light them on fire. Yeah, so gameplay, story is so much better than the first one, honestly, in my opinion. I love the story, and this one makes total sense, connects well. Another thing about this game is the soundtrack. First one, like, the radio stations in the game kind of had this nobody music. Just like,
yeah, it's a lot
and now you got a ton of stuff, a ton of variety. It's kind of taking, like, all the radio stations from, like, GTA and, like, slamming them into, like, an all-star.
Yeah,
it's a playlist, you know.
Way better music than the first one. A lot more well-known artists.
Yeah, and then the gameplay's solid, as I said, so I'd give it, I'm gonna go out there and say it's a 10. 9.5. 9.5. And then just a quick side note before we end this. I was in GameStop today getting actually a Wii game, and then I signed up for their little card, their card, and they gave me a copy of Game Informer. Now, I never really read a Game Informer before, honestly. I just renewed my card. So I've had like a year subscription to this. I never really read one. I'm telling you, this stuff is chock full of information. Anything better than we could tell you. So I'm definitely recommending pick up a copy of Game Informer as soon as you can, because it is some good stuff. So I'm Zach. This is
Mark.
Yeah, and this has been a ReDFiSt production. Yeah, I'm gonna go turn the camera off.